So, you've seen the benchmarks. You've seen the 32 gigs of GDDR7 memory. And then, you saw the price tag. $5,000 for a graphics card? In this economy? If you're like 99% of the PC gaming community, the RTX 5090 transitioned from a dream upgrade to a financial impossibility overnight. But while everyone is busy mourning their bank accounts, there's a massive question hanging over the 2026 hardware market. Is the RTX 5080 actually the card we should have been looking at all along? Today, we're cutting through the Blackwell hype to see if the 5080 is a genuine powerhouse, or if NVIDIA intentionally nerfed it to force us toward the flagship. Let's talk about the $3,000 difference. Let's look at the raw numbers. The RTX 5080 launched with an MSRP of $999. Though, in the current 2026 market, you're lucky to find one for $1,300. Still, compared to the $4,000 street price of a 5090, it feels like a bargain. But what are you actually losing? On paper, the 5080 has about 40% fewer CUDA cores than its big brother. In 4K gaming, that translates to roughly a 20 to 25% performance gap. In any other generation, that would be a huge deal. But here's the secret. With DLSS 4.5 and the new Blackwell frame gen, the 5080 is still pushing over 100 FPS in GTA 6 at 4K Ultra. So, if the gaming performance is this close, why is the 5093 times the price? It all comes down to one thing: the VRAM. This is where the community is divided. The RTX 5080 comes with 16 gigabytes of GDDR7. In 2024, 16 gigs was plenty. In 2026, it's starting to feel like the bare minimum for high-end gaming. NVIDIA knows exactly what they're doing here. By capping the 5080 at 16 gigabytes, they've created a VRAM wall. If you're a video editor working in 12K or a developer training local LLMs, 16 gigabytes simply isn't enough. You are forced to pay the $3,000 premium for the 5090's 32 gigabytes of VRAM. This is the AI tax in action. NVIDIA has essentially split the market. The 5080 is for the gamers, and the 5090 is for the professionals. But for the enthusiast who wants to do both, you're stuck in a very expensive middle ground. So, how do you play this? If you're sitting on an older 30 series or 40 series card, the 5080 is a massive leap. It's more efficient, it runs cooler, pulling about 350 watts compared to the 5090's 600-watt space heater, and it fits in a standard mid-tower case. But here is the pro tip for 2026. Watch the secondary market for the RTX 4090. As professionals dump their 4090s to upgrade to the 5090 for that sweet GDDR7 speed, the 4090 is becoming the hidden gem of 2026. You get 24 gigabytes of VRAM and top-tier performance for a fraction of the 50 series flagship cost. However, if you want the latest DLSS features and the lowest latency, the 5080 is currently the only card that makes sense for someone who actually values their money. At the end of the day, the RTX 5090 is a Halo product. It's designed to break records and drain AI startup budgets. But for the person who just wants to come home and get lost in a high-fidelity world, the RTX 5080 is more than enough. The $3,000 you save by not buying a 5090 could literally buy you a whole second PC, a top-tier OLED monitor, and probably a decent used car. Is NVIDIA being greedy with the VRAM? Absolutely. But is the 5080 still the best bang for your buck in the high end? Unfortunately, in 2026, the answer is yes. What's your limit? Are you sticking with 16 gigabytes? Or are you biting the bullet for the 32 gigabytes monster? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this breakdown helpful, hit that sub button. We're tracking these GPU prices daily, so you don't have to. I'll see you in the next one.